Hello everyone and welcome to Knights Talk, the first show of 2017. I'm your host Rob Leonard. Man, we've had a lot of time off, but it's back to business. The Knights of Meaford. Before we get to the games played this week, a big trade announcement yesterday coming out of Meaford. The Knights have acquired Emil Soderberg, goalkeeper from the Orangeville Ice Crushers, in exchange for forward Matt Shearer. Anybody that's watched this show on a regular basis knows that I'm an Emil Soderberg fan, and it's going to be a great help to the Knights of Meaford having Soderberg in there. Problem is, now Meaford has 5 goalkeepers on the roster, so with this Thursday being the trade deadline, I would imagine that someone will be on the move. Nothing confirmed by the team. But it would make sense that with the acquisition of Emil Soderberg, that the Knights will probably have to move one of their goalkeepers. Now, last evening I had a chance to speak with general manager and coach of the Orangeville Ice Crushers, Jeff Oliver, and Jeff said, I quote, Emil is like family, having spent his entire junior career in Orangeville. But I told him to go and have fun with hopefully an extended playoff run. And Jeff said that it was a very difficult decision for everyone involved because, again, Emil being a big part of that Orangeville franchise for the last 4 years. But I'll tell you, I'm quite happy to see Emil Soderberg in a Knights uniform. Hopefully we'll see him on Thursday night. So that out of the way, the Knights... Rogers, we were supposed to be there last Thursday night, but we got snowed out. South Muskoka Shield were supposed to be in town, but anybody from Grey Bruce knows that it was a pretty rough night. The game was canceled and rescheduled for a later date. The Knights had 2 games on the weekend. Saturday in New Tecumseh against the Civics. The Knights would fall by a score of 5-3. I believe the Knights were leading 3-2 at one point, open up the second period with 3 straight goals, but New Tecumseh would come back and win this one by a score of 5-3. Ragnar Russ, Connor Annett, and Derek Boudreau with goals in that one for Meaford. Goalkeeper Jordan Yaremchuk, 53 shots in the loss, so he faced a lot of rubber in that one. Now moving to Sunday, a game at home in Meaford against Temiskaming. The Titans would come out on top with a 4-3 shootout win over the Knights. So the Knights picking up a point there. Goals for Meaford in that one. Kyle Stevens, Alexander Nazkov, and Connor Annett would pick up the goals for Meaford. Goalkeeper Jack Edmonds, 56 shots he faced in the Meaford goal. Uncharacteristic for Meaford, giving up basically 109 shots in 2 games on their goalkeepers, but get the turkey out of the way, get it digested, and get ready for the games coming up. So if we could take a look at the league standings. Right now, New Tecumseh still on top, but they've got the Parry Sound Islanders breathing down their necks, only 5 points back. Bradford Rattlers sitting in third with 48 points. South Muskoka Shield, my pick to do some damage come playoff time. They've got 43 points sitting in fourth. Now we'll go down and take a look at the Meaford Knights sitting in 8th spot, tied for 8th right now with the Seguin Huskies. 2 points back of Bradford, and I think Meaford has a couple of games in hand over the Bradford Bulls. Now, if we could take a look at the league scores. As you can see, Hassan Dezlouis of the Bradford Rattlers, 17-year-old Russian phenom, 102 points in 34 games played. Look at those 75 assists sitting up there for him. And Carl Lydon has moved into second spot now with 97 points. Reagan Yu bouncing around in that top 4 or 5 spots. Sitting in third, Stepan Timofeyev of the Rattlers, who was sitting in second for quite a while with 93 points. And as you can see, again, a lot of the North Division players are dominating the top 10 scorers in the GMHL this season. High-scoring division, that's for sure. We could take a look at the Knights' leading scorers. Connor Annett on top, as he has been all season long, 56 points. Alexander Nazkov 29 goals, 22 assists for 51 points. Cole McPherson, nothing's really changed in there. Ragnar Rust, 27 points in 17 games. Wow. And we got Callum Queenan representing Great Britain there with 15 points and near the bottom. So, yeah, it's been interesting so far. We'll take a look at the upcoming games for Meaford now. Thursday, January 12th, that will be, hopefully, Mother Nature cooperates with us. Rogers will be there. Game against the Parry Sound Islanders. The Knights have played them pretty tough this season. Would be great for Meaford to catch a win there. Friday, Meaford will be in Seguin. That's an important game too, with Seguin just sitting behind them in the standings. A 12:30 start, that's an early one, so Meaford's going to be on the bus early that morning. Then you can see some tough ones coming up. New Tecumseh, Almaguin. Meaford is going to be seeing a whole lot of Bradford over the last month and a half of the season here. They've got the Rattlers and the Bulls quite a few times. And taking a look at January 29th, South Muskoka, that's going to be the makeup date for the game that was canceled on Thursday night. So again, a lot of tough games coming up. Meaford making that acquisition of goalkeeper Emil Soderberg to solidify what could be a very big playoff run for the Knights this year. Okay, the time for Meet the Knights. Our special featured player is Kevin Palma, all the way from Florida. I wonder how he's like in the winter weather. Let's hear what Kevin Palma had to say. All right, on a sinking ship, which teammate would you want bailing with you?
Probably Eric Lowry.
Eric Lowry, all right. Your favorite NHL player?
I would say Patty Kane.
Patty Kane, everybody loves Patty Kane. And what do you do when you're not playing hockey?
I'm currently enrolled in school, and I just hang out with the boys.
Okay, and if you could pick two, well, I guess you're a defenseman, so let's say from a defensive standpoint, if you were paired with any defenseman in the NHL or whatever you'd like, who would that defenseman be?
I'd probably say Shea Weber.
Shea Weber, okay. Your favorite after-game meal?
Probably say chicken parm.
Chicken parm, awesome. It's early in the season, but is there any player or any team that you really don't like playing against?
No, not really. Probably Bradford Rattlers.
Rattlers?
Yeah.
Okay, got a game coming with them in a couple of weeks. All right, and is there anybody you'd like to say hello to? This is on the internet, so it's going to reach your family in Florida.
Probably my mom, my dad, my little brother, and Isabella.
And we'd like to thank Kevin Palma for taking the time to do that with us. Now, just one little add-on here. Emil Soderberg, I had a chance to speak with him just recently, and you know, as much as you know, he hates leaving Orangeville, but not putting words in his mouth, but the impression I got that if he was going to play somewhere else, he wouldn't mind playing in Meaford. Meaford has a reputation of being a fun place to play, good fan support, and that really means a lot to the players as well. So we're going to end it up by welcoming Emil Soderberg, newest member of the Knights of Meaford. That's it for for Knights Talk for this week. For producer Mark Perry, I'm Rob Leonard. We'll see you next time.